Last year, the popular YouTube channel Yes Theory did something thousands of other YouTubers have done. They announced the release of a paid online course. Here's the thing though. The reaction to this announcement from their fan base was so negative that Yes Theory had to release an apology video. So how did this happen? How'd they screw this up so bad? Well, in this video, I'm gonna break down the critical mistakes Yes Theory made so you as a creator can avoid them and learn to successfully launch your own products, services, and courses without fear of ticking off your audience. Let's get into it. Okay, so the biggest reason Yes Theory's course launch flopped was because they broke one of the cardinal rules of YouTube, which is teach in public, sell in private. Instead, this is what they did. For a period of days, Yes Theory had been hyping up a big announcement to their followers, and they were pretty vague on what this big exciting announcement was gonna be. Then, a video was posted publicly on their YouTube channel with a super clickbaity title like, "We need to talk." And that video was a sales pitch for their new online course. So to recap, they had been hyping up a big announcement and then used clickbait to get people to watch a sales pitch. This is unfathomably stupid. Of course, their audience was ticked off. They felt bamboozled because they were. And the funny thing is, the course was very reasonably priced. It was only $350 and came with some pretty valuable components and even a money-back guarantee. And none of that mattered to anybody because of how deceptive and cheap the marketing felt. Now let's walk through what Yes Theory should have done instead to have a very successful course launch that would have made tons of money and ticked off hardly anyone, instead of the disaster that did happen. Firstly, the social media hyping prior to the announcement. I'd show examples, but it's hard to find any because Yes Theory has mostly scrubbed any evidence that this disaster ever happened off the face of the earth. But they looked like this. We've been working for over a year on something that we're so excited to announce. You're going to love it, and we can't wait to share it with you. The problem with posts like this is they are vague and lack transparency. Basically, being so vague requires the reader to fill in the gaps and make up in their own mind what they expect the surprise to be. Which means for every single person that reads that and didn't think,
"Oh, an online course,"
there was nothing that could have happened except for them to be disappointed when Yes Theory revealed what the surprise was. Yes Theory either shouldn't have hyped this announcement at all, or their social posts should have just been transparent and authentic. Something like, for years, many people have been asking us how they can learn our content creation process, how we write, plan, film, edit, and execute incredible, engaging stories and experiences. I know it's taken us a long time to do that, and finally, we are almost ready. Over the last 11 months, we have downloaded everything from our minds onto paper and created an incredible experience-based opportunity to learn from us personally. More to come soon. Now, what a hype post like this does is set the proper expectation, and it uses a little influence psychology in it as well. For instance, many people have been asking us, is framing this program as something that was asked for, not being forced upon people? Over the last 11 months, implies the amount of work that has went into this and starts setting expectations for quality, which can set expectations for price. I think you can clearly see how something like this is vastly superior to just vaguely hyping something. Okay, now let's talk about the fact that Yes Theory posted a sales pitch for their courses publicly on their channel with a clickbait title. Now, they shouldn't have posted the sales pitch at all, to be clear. And the clickbait title part just makes it even worse. An option for what Yes Theory should have done instead was release a video that taught an extremely valuable piece of content related to their new program. Think of it like giving away Module 1 of their new course for free. But better than that, the video would need to be super intentional to not just share content, but create excitement about the opportunity and transformation for people. And that content should have opened a loop, a curiosity loop at the beginning of it, solved that curiosity loop by teaching and resolving that loop, and then at the end, open up a new loop. And then have a call to action at the end that basically said, hey, if you enjoyed this, if you want to learn the rest of our process, blah, 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 go to this link here. Then it should have driven people to a video on their website, preferably a video with controls disabled so people can't fast forward. And that video should have closed the loop that was open in the public video with more teaching content, and then transition into the pitch for their product. If they had done it this way, the only people exposed to the pitch would have been the people who were very interested and wanted this type of content. The people that were most likely to buy all along. Makes sense, right? The people that would have followed along to this point would have been the people most interested. You see, Yes Theory has a really wide audience because they are an entertainment channel. And when they made this offer publicly, it was only relevant to maybe like 5 to 10% of their audience because it was targeted at creators. And this was a big reason that it rubbed so many people raw and why they should never have publicly made this offer when it only applied to a small segment of their audience.